You got some great playground equipment down there.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. The mulch is beautiful. I love how dark it is.
He's going to start his building here, he said, in a few weeks.
Okay. So he's not here, he's nothing to address?
No, I just put him on there.
Okay.
All
right.
Put him on there so we can remember his name.
Okay.
Cool. They're going at it.
Yeah, they are.
Mulches, like you said, that's gorgeous stuff.
All right. Any other old business anybody has this evening? All right, moving on to new business. Scott, you're on the agenda.
Oh, okay. Before Scott starts here, he would like us to forgive the $250 for the zoning board meeting, which we've done in the past. We don't for companies too much, but we do for individuals. Because look, under the old archaic book, used to charge $250 for them to meet. We haven't done that forever. So we'd have to forgive this $250.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Oh, boy.
I need to stand up here or something.
What's going on?
No. Yeah, I mean, we've submitted the variance application. I don't know if you all have copies of it or not, but I'm speaking, but the property is actually in Lisa's name. That's why it's easier to listen.
Sorry, Lisa, they just put Scott, so I didn't mean to include it.
No, that's okay.
I'm the one doing it all. So what we're looking at, the back page of it is a copy of the old survey that was done years and years ago. And over the years, you can see we've added the pool and the barn out back and stuff. And what I'm looking to do is I think the current offset's like 20 feet for side yards. And our house, so our house up here in the front it's 7 feet off the line right now. The garage back here is roughly 19, 18 feet. And what I'm wanting to do, there's a fence that goes along the side of the house, right on the house here. And I'm wanting to bring the garage out. It's about 12 feet out to that fence line. So the fence is already there. It's 7 feet off the property line. And then that's my project for this winter. And then next spring, I want to put a small, like a 20 by 20 shelter house type building up by the no walls, just a roof, kind of like what's behind the Christian church there, which is small. But I just want to put that up there and put it on the same line as well as the fence. I mean, it won't go past the fence. So that's what we're proposing to do. And
How close are these buildings to the fence? They'll be on it.
Well, they'll be right on the fence. I'll actually take that section of fence out. But the fence is
7 feet.
you can't hardly see it, but I drew a real light line. There's a fence. Like if you go down this line, all the way out.
How far will these be off the property?
7 feet, just like the house. Okay. They'll be right in line with the house. Both the extension and the building. Be right in line with the house.
Good evening.
Hi, Ryan.
Everybody else see that okay? So, and in fact, I wanted to say too, I did fill out the
Variance.
the standards variance. Basically, there's on the garage there, the reason I wanted to go to that side versus the other side is because of electrical and plumbing stuff that's there. I can't really, no one cover it, so my only option is to go to the east.
So the variance is just because it's an extra 7 feet, or because it's,
No, it's gonna be 7
7
feet
feet
off
from
the
the
line as
fence.
opposed to the 20 that's now the ordinance.
okay.
Hey, looky there.
Let him play for us. On the second thing.
South Street. There we are.
Okay, there you are.
Okay. Now, the GIS lines are, they're off. But
You're back up, you're going into the woods area.
right, so right here's the side of the house. If you bring it down, there's about a 12-foot gap right here, and that's where I'm wanting to add on to my garage. And then right up here would be where, in this grassy area, would be where the little building would be, shelter building. But everything would be right on, there's a fence there. You can't really see it, but there is a fence there. And it would go out on the same line as the edge of the house there. So, I mean, the house was built probably 3 ordinances ago. So I think if we were to build that house, we couldn't build that house on that lot by today's standards. So,
really all you need is a variance from the zoning board.
Yeah, because the setback's 20 feet.
I don't have a problem with it.
Well, it has to go to.
You got the BZA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Now, we would be the, we were the ones that would, loosen up the 250 waiver.
Yes.
Well, I'd make a motion, we go with the 250 waiver. Then we'll do it at the council meeting too, because that's where the financial side would come in.
Are you recommending
Yeah.
take that to the council to waive it?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that'll be recommended to take that to the council.
To the council.
So I need to go to the
It was
council.
Larry.
I did.
So Dave and Larry. All in
Let's do it over
favor?
there.
Okay. I have one other question real quick about this, and I'm glad Ryan showed up. There is when I go to do the notices, I'll post a notice in front of the house and going to send out notices to all the neighbors. There's a note in here that says the petitioner will post an advertisement in the newspaper. Is that
Yeah.
kind of hard state law thing? Or?
Unfortunately, it is.
Okay, okay.
Now, here's the question, because I don't know your policy. Some jurisdictions put the burden on the petitioner to develop the list of persons that receive notice. Other jurisdictions, staff does that. I don't know what your practice is.
We're putting it on the person that wants the variance.
Okay, that's fine. So what you need to do is adjoining and abutting. I would use this as your starting point. You probably know your neighbors.
Yep.
Again, I want to look at the ordinance. Some require adjoining and abutting to 600 feet. I mean, it strikes me if you get your surrounding neighbors, it's going to be more than sufficient. But so I'll send an email to Jesse.
Well, it says 660 feet, but he would have to send out 85 letters. Yeah, so we kind of made the executive decision that we're going to change that.
Well, I need to check that 600 feet.
What is it, 660 feet?
It's actually 52, I mentioned.
All the way down to Midway.
It's going to cost them a traffic.
All right.
So we feel that's a bit
I agree, it's onerous. I mean, again, this is not a contentious matter, and I would say you can always affirm action taken, assign published notice. You know, anybody who's interested is going to know.
I would say if you just send it to the adjacent property owner.
Surrounding, adjoining and abutting.
Okay. And don't worry about the newspaper or anything?
No, you got to do the news.
Gotta do it.
Got to do the news.
I'll do that, okay.
And, oh gosh, I've got an email with the name of the person you need to talk to. You should get a legal notice rate, and what you do is, you know, on this date a petition for variance has been filed with Shelby County BZA. It's going to be heard on this date, and briefly describe variance for setback.
Variance for setback, okay.
It'll be more.
Morristown BZA.
Yeah, what'd they say? It's Shelby County, didn't I? Pardon me.
Very good.
Now, how, like, can we just change it to adjacent, because they might have other people, like neighbors, who may be a little more go by the rules.
Well, you know, I need to look at the statute, because if the 600 feet is not statutory, then you can change, okay?
Okay.
I will say this, you know, I mean, I've had situations where I've had to send out 200 letters.
In the past, Brian, what we've done was adjacent property owners for residential, and businesses was up to this 600 feet. Like Freudenberg, they had to send letters because of the effect of what they were doing.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. I mean, it won't be real quick, but...
You looking up your variance, the variance form?
No, I'm looking on the state statutes. Pen.
What you say?
Huh?
What you say?
Okay.
So tiny. I'm going to start bringing the tablet. Go ahead. I mean, I'll look this up and
Okay,
see
all
if
right.
it's tonight.
So far, we have the go to BZA, put it in the newspaper, adjoining neighbors, and anything else that we come up with. Is that correct?
So, pardon me?
So far, he has to go to the BZA, put it in the newspaper, and
Newspaper, placard,
adjoining neighbors.
adjoining neighbors.
Okay, unless anything else has come up with.
Okay.
Okay.
I have all that stuff ready. So when we, on the BZA thing, I know we won't be back in town until like the 14th of October, so that'll give us plenty of time and all that stuff, so.
Couldn't we have to wait for so many days?
Yeah, I have 10 days.
10 days, yeah.
So that, Jesse and I talked about that, so
Okay.
hopefully that'll work out good.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thanks. Scott and Lisa. Hey, anything else in new business? And we're on legal. Do you have anything while you look at that?
No, only Dave and I on Friday kind of toured the community and looked at a variety of things. I know there's been discussion about issues with trailer parks, but I don't know that there's been any really definitive direction we want to take.
I talked to Robert Lewis Monday. He's gonna have the state inspector come out, go through it.
Okay.
That would be great.
The north one right now, the one with the water leak running down the hill.
And they just won't respond to us, is that the deal?
Those people up there need to get together, as he told me. He'll talk to the state inspector about this. But when I went up there the other night, a guy showed me a water bill with $600. He showed me a $400. That's because they're just taking their water leaks and dispersing them to the residents. And like Robert Lewis told me, he's been up there over that once. He wouldn't even pay it if it was him. But that has to get corrected, what they're doing. So they can't be handing out, well, like he said, it's up to them to put their own meter on trailer. It's up to them to put a valve at the bottom. And they just got to do it right. And they're just not doing it.
So, Rob, they're gonna
So
go
we were talking,
back.
one thing we might do is send them a letter, the new owners, whoever the new owners are now, and tell them there'll be no more units put in that park till they correct the situations. We'll have to develop a situation, what needs to be corrected.
That'd come from Robert, wouldn't it?
He said it should come from the town, because we're the ones that we grant them electrical inspections, and
Yeah, well, yeah.
he said there won't be any more lots filled up until you fix driveways, till you,
We gonna send Ryan send that letter, or are we gonna have?
Ryan, that's something you should send them a letter on.
I'd be happy to do that. Yeah. You have your own water utility. If it were a regulated utility under IURC jurisdiction, the notion of this master metering is not permitted. Major apartment complexes and, jurisdictions of regulated utilities, each unit is metered separately. And if that's not the case, then literally the landlord is operating a utility, which is not legal absent approval. And
He says it's illegal what they're doing.
yeah, I agree.
And, and Gary advised the one guy up there that they're gonna have to put a valve on their
Right.
meter.
We're not allowed to shut the water
because
off.
According to Ireland, we're not allowed to shut that off.
But Gary really got,
Now they're gonna be responsible.
but they've had that leak running for weeks. And they don't fix anything up there. And every time you turn around, somebody from Missouri or Michigan or,
I had to go and do an electrical inspection 3 times. Tell me it was fixed, and it wasn't.
it's just, I feel sorry for the residents up there.
Published notice is a statutory requirement, as I thought. But I haven't found a statute on mailing yet, and this is tiny to read.
Okay. So anything else you want to address, Brian?
I have nothing other than the trailer park situation.
Okay, so you'll send a letter. Okay. Okay. All right, anybody have any miscellaneous? Do you have anything for this evening?
Motion to adjourn.
Well, let's wait. You just want to, if you find it, let us know.
Yeah, I will do that, because it's going to take a while.
All right. Larry?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Larry, Mike. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
You've been out of here 5 minutes.
Not just that way.
Well, Brandon's not here,
What's
do you
that?
need, do you need this, or?
Just insurance.
I still put them in the, keep them.
Morgan's got a lot of stuff on the insurance, different categories.